Tony's here. And Tony, can I ask you to come up? I didn't give you a heads up on this because I knew you would say no. This guy can write. He not just art with ink, but art with letters, words. And on Facebook, he wrote this. He said, I know some of y'all might be getting tired of me, but like that song we sing at church says, I won't be quiet. My God is alive. How could I keep it inside? He said that line hits differently lately. This isn't where I thought I'd end up, but I can't deny I love the direction it's going. 5 days from now, I drown the man the world tried to make me. The broken boy who was never safe. The angry teen who survived the only way he knew how. The addict, the criminal, the lost soul who carried pain like armor. The father terrified of repeating the cycle he was born into. I've been hurt and I've hurt others, but I've also felt God reach into the darkest parts of me and not run away. This baptism isn't a fresh start, it's a funeral for the lies, the shame, the chains I've worn for too long. He said, and when I rise free, I rise forgiven, I rise his. Can you say amen? One more time. Give it up for Tony.
I was born into a pretty dysfunctional family, led to myself and my other siblings being abandoned and DHS getting involved and take us into foster care. Shortly after foster care, I was adopted into what I thought was gonna be like a forever home or something like spectacular to go to. The father figure of the household ended up abusing me. When you're stuck in that pit looking out, like there's no escape. You tend to take everything that's going on in your life and just pile it against yourself, and you make your path harder. That led me to believe I needed to sell drugs to take care of myself at a younger age. That led to being incarcerated. I got locked up as a juvenile. I went from being a juvenile to me aging out at 18, so I did what I knew best and I started selling drugs again. After that 10 years of in and out of juvenile and adult, I just came to the realization I was tired. After getting out and working and starting tattooing to start my apprenticeship, we were expecting Sally. At that time, there was just some situations involved with Sally's other half, and we had to separate. Trying to figure out everything seemed like it was going good, but there was just, you always feel like there's something missing. But I didn't know that until Sally came up and she was like, hey Dad, can we go to church? And I was like, yeah. Got on Google, started looking around, found New Life Friday nights. Initially, it was really just for Sally. Pastor Daniel, he ended up speaking on Saul. I felt like that sermon was directed towards me, but I still wasn't fully convinced. I didn't feel not necessarily welcomed, that was part of it, but I didn't feel worthy enough. I told Sally after church that night, I was like, hey Sally, we're not gonna come back to church here. She started crying, and that's when I realized this was a me thing and not a church thing, not a Sally thing. The next time coming in, when I seen somebody make eye contact with me, I just beelined it straight to him. I was like, hey, I'm Tony, I'm a tattoo artist, I look like this because of it. Yeah, I think that was really my first time of really hearing and understanding what God was wanting me to do at that point, and made me realize that I was, in fact, in the right spot and that I was where I needed to be. I wanted to put everything that I was ashamed of, that I was afraid of, everything in between, behind me and, bury it. So I decided that I would get baptized. I feel like I'm supposed to be a person who helps provide a different entrance into a church. I started off doing little cross tattoos and just sharing my testimony or receiving other people's testimonies. Another part of what God's calling me to do ministry-wise is to walk back through the prison gates, this time as a messenger for him versus being an inmate. You can take me and look at me black and white on a piece of paper, and my history and everything I've done as a whole looks unredeemable. But when you transfer that over to God, God looks at everything you've done and can use every single piece as a way to honor him.